Welcome back to Daddy Vibes, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a freaking minute.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
The NFL season hadn't started. Baseball was entertaining still.
And Trump was still in the White House.
And Trump was... he was still in the White House. He was not arrested yet, though, I believe. He was still... that mugshot hadn't come out yet, which... That might have been one of the greatest things that happened to the internet in a while, was the mugshot going around.
I was impressed they actually did that.
Yeah.
Because he'd been arrested another time, and they didn't. They're like, we're not going to push him through the whole mugshot process and blah blah blah. But I guess Georgia was like, no, we're doing it.
No, we're doing it. That's what Georgia does, man. They don't fix roads, but they'll take mugshots of former presidents.
Mm-hmm.
I like how he did it, and he was there for like a day, and then he just left.
And then left. He was there for the mugshot. It was a photo shoot op.
Got out.
And then he left. Like it was nothing.
But I kind of like how he's just doing all this stuff and just taking the hit after the hit, and but nothing, like obviously nothing's sticking.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny.
Mm.
Yeah, dude. You guys see Elon went to the border. Talk about the border crisis.
No.
Yeah, it was actually crazy. He did a
went,
live.
He went to talk about the border crisis?
Elon went because you know all the stuff going on with the border right now.
Yeah.
How everyone's coming in, and Elon was like, he was been tweeting about it. He's like, a lot of unknowns. No one really knows what's going on, but this is what's happening. And a lot of people are coming in. He's like, I'm going down to the border myself, and I'm doing a live video to show you guys what's going on. So he went down there and used, Twitter X,
right.
And he did a live broadcast with him and the cops there and stuff, talking about it, and showing everything going on, everybody crossing and stuff. And he's like, this is really bad, guys. He's like, this is really bad. A couple days ago.
Wow, I missed that.
Yeah, just go to his Twitter. You'll see it. It's
like
still
the video's still up. I want to see that. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That's
yeah,
wild.
it was nuts, dude. It was nuts. And he was there. He's talking to
He didn't
everybody.
have anything to say, or did he have like stuff to say about it, or was he just like, here's what's happening?
It was mostly like he was explaining it, but he was mostly like letting everybody else that's been there talking about it. And they're talking about how what Biden did is essentially opened up the borders for everyone to come in. Like there's videos of cops cutting the wires for people to come through. I mean, there's a lot of crazy stuff, but yeah, but he talks about it. But it's a good. I mean, you should watch it. It's like an hour or so long, and he's literally at the border where everything's happening that you see that everyone's talking about right now.
Yeah. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, a lot has happened in the last few weeks.
Elon for president.
Elon for president. Elon and who was the other one?
Musk. Elon and Musk.
Elon and Musk.
You mean suck?
Do you remember did you guys ever watch Rick and Morty?
Yes.
Have
you watched Rick and Morty?
No, I'll never watch Rick and Morty.
Do you think you would like Rick and Morty? I don't know
get
if
into that cartoon stuff.
It's not a cartoon.
I mean,
it's a cartoon animation, but it's not like a cartoon in the way that it's made.
It's still a cartoon. Cartoon is just the way it's animated.
I guess.
So. It's just some of it has nothing to do with anything but the fact that it's cartoon. Like I just can't do it. I've tried so many times to watch cartoons or anime.
Freaking
and
funny. It's one of the best. It's one of the best shows ever.
I know the voice has changed, right?
Yeah, I got a casting call from my agent.
Really?
Yeah, when they were. When that whole thing came out, it was like 2 weeks later. My agent sent me an email and said, "Hey, they're looking for new Ricks. Must be an exact voice, like replica of Rick." And I was like, "Yeah, they're going." I can't do the impression, so I did an audition for it. But
you should have done it. You should have came to it and just done something completely.
I would have just
different.
like burped into the mic and then like took a swig of something and then left. And there's my voiceover audition.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
He's like, "What the hell is this?" It's my audition.
What the hell?
Have you heard the new voices yet?
I have not. Are they similar?
They did a clip on the new trailer. It sounds like it just sounds like people doing. It is people doing impressions.
It is.
Like it's not bad. It's just clearly not. What I'm worried about is like so much of the comedy is from like the vocal cadence and just like the comedic timing of Justin Roiland.
Well, didn't he write it also? So he...
Yeah, well, yeah, I think to a degree.
Because
apparently him and Dan Harmon had an enormous falling out.
Well, I heard that...
They haven't talked in like 5 years.
Didn't Roiland get like arrested for... Or was it just like...
I don't think he got arrested.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't want to spread misinformation.
Yeah, it might just be an ongoing investigation or something. But yeah, he apparently or allegedly was what's it called?
Pedophilic?
Yeah, but not like it's he was talking to girls online and essentially just like using his fame
and then
just being a little bit predatory.
Yeah, but stopped before Chris Hansen could find him. So
yeah, he didn't invite anybody over.
Yeah,
He'll do it.
But yeah, they fired him pretty immediately, and then we're very quickly looking for replacements.
Yeah. What happened with the baseball player that we were talking about last time?
Wander Franco.
Yeah,
He's just gone.
Yeah, he's gone.
Like forever.
Well,
there's speculation that he might never. I've heard people say he'll never play in the majors ever again. But
did the stuff come to light? Like, was it actually like a 12-year-old or whatever?
Well, so I think as far as his future in baseball, there probably is not going to be one in the major leagues. Like to the point where they removed him and everything related to him in MLB The Show, the game.
They did?
Yeah.
Holy
everything's
cow.
just deleted.
There's still some baseball cards with him, though. Tops has plenty of cards with him, Fanatics.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, those have been printed for like a year probably, but...
Interesting. So, like, even...
No, they're new cards. Their Sapphires had them in it. The new ones that just came out.
So that live roster update, he was just...
He's just not erased in the game anymore.
That's
unless you have like a previous save or something.
Yeah, because I think I've got him on a team.
Rosters. Yeah, like even on like their online Diamond Dynasty, his card's gone.
Wow.
Like you can't search him or anything. They've done it before. Like they did it. They've done it with.
Did
players.
they do it with Tatis when he got suspended?
Yes. Yeah, they did. They did it with Robinson Cano a few years back, and then they brought him back.
So maybe they'll bring him back.
It's happening.
Yeah,
I mean, it's possible
if he comes back, but I don't even know if Wander Franco's gonna play. Who else? There was another player that got arrested recently, or Urias for the Dodgers. Didn't he get?
Oh, yeah, that was for domestic abuse. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah,
that was something a little bit more violent.
A little bit more violent, but yes. Yeah, Wander Franco's done for probably ever, and then Urias. I guess it depends on what the allegations are, or like if they stick, or I don't know how the court system works. I should, but I don't.
Well, Trevor Bauer. He got kicked out of the league, and
That's right.
Turns out the girl that he was in his thing with lied.
Yes.
Man.
So he's been playing it in Japan for like the last 2 years.
For no reason.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's like if you get a I don't know, someone like accuses you of doing something like that.
You go to prison.
Yeah, you go to prison, but is there any way to like prove whether they were telling the truth or whether they were lying to get clout or something, or like?
I guess
I think there's like a settlement.
It.
Like you just form a settlement and just like, we'll both shut up. Here's some money.
Yeah.
It's how settlement is just. It's like if you told DJ that I did something to you, and then I go to you and we're like, how do we settle this? And you say, pay me $1 million and I'll drop it all. And so then I pay you $1 million and you sign a contract that says, I'll never talk about this again. I'll never do anything about this again. Blah blah blah. That's just how it works.
Interesting.
Yeah, settlements are just like hey, I don't want to go further with this thing.
Now, if there was a settlement made, and then like let's say you and I made that settlement, and then it came out years later, you like actually told DJ like, hey, I actually did do that thing or whatever, and then there was like evidence of that. Could I go and like, or no, since you paid me $1 million, anyway, could that person get that $1 million back if something came out?
Like if I paid you $1 million to be quiet?
Yeah.
I don't. I bet you that there would be something in the there would be some sort of clauses about that, but.
Yeah.
But after that, there's no way you could do anything.
Sure.
Right. But I'm sure if it came out that you were lying and you straight up said I'm lying, I'm sure there's a way to get your money back.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think if it was illegal activity or whatnot, then I think either way that person in question would still have to deal with the consequences.
Right.
As far as the settlement, I don't really know the legal
system. The settlement
enough.
is just the settlement thing is literally there to keep it out of the legal system, out of the justice system. Like that's the point. That's the whole reason is like, hey, let's not go to court about this. Let's not make this a big deal. Let's pay you this amount of money and settle it. Yeah, that's why it's called a settlement.
It's like a counteroffer to someone suing you, right?
Because they're all civil. They're all civil cases, right? Like if you come to, you don't like. If I do something wrong to you, then that's that has to do with that. Then it's a civil case. You and I have to deal with it in court. If I go and shoot you with a gun, then that's the whole different thing, right? I've broken a law. I mean, there's the whole thing, right? Other than that, it's just accusations. You're innocent until proven guilty. Blah blah. I mean, think about it. Deshaun Watson, right? With all that stuff he did to those girls or didn't do or whatever.
Sure.
I'm pretty sure settlements were made with that.
Yeah,
from what I heard, because nothing happened to him, right? I mean, if she was like, I'm not taking your settlement and I'm pushing this through to court, then yeah, he could have went to prison, if he found guilty. But the majority of time, that stuff's all bullshit, and it's just like they're trying to get money. How to get money? I mean, dude, I deal with that in my fucking company. I'm dealing with it right now. I had some shit come up at a job, and this lady is just making a big deal about something. It's just like, what are you talking about? But there's people in life that just are shit starters, dude. They want money or they want something for free. I mean, shit, I had one lady on that same job, a different lady. I got a call from the property manager, and he's like, hey, this lady says you guys got paint all inside of her unit, blah, 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 because we're painting the interior hallways of 10 different buildings, and inside the hallways is the door to each unit, right? And so the lady was like, you guys got paint all over. So I was like, okay, let me drop what I'm doing. I'll go down there and I'll check it out. So I go down there, I go into her unit. There's no paint in that entire unit. Nothing, dude. Nothing. And I said, where's the paint? She's like, well, I've been cleaning all morning. And I was like, okay. And then I was like, you have pictures or anything? And she was like, no. And I was like, okay. And then she like pointed to one spot on the ground. She's like, she's like, there's some right there. And I was like, ma'am, that's not even like, we're not even using that color. Like, I was like, that's white. I was like, well, we're painting, your walls are gray. You know what I mean? I was like, that's not the same color. But she kept bitching and she kept making it a big deal. And so at that point, it's like, okay, do I want to argue with her more and make this a bigger problem because she's pissed off and doesn't get what she wants? Or do I want to run to Publix and buy $200 worth of gift cards and just give it to her and just tell her, I'm so sorry this happened, blah, blah. And that's what I did. So it's essentially the same thing as a settlement, right? But not like with the contract stuff. I just said, hey, I'm sorry this happened to you, even though I know my guys did not fucking do that. Like, I guarantee it, because it was around the corner in her house. There's no way paint goes around. Yeah. But at the end of the day, it's just easier than arguing with her and then creating a bigger problem. So, yeah, you see stuff like that all the time. It's annoying, but
I don't know. You could have just grabbed a bale of paint and just like poured it on our living room and left.
Oh, you said the paint was here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give you something to take a picture of.
Yeah. Exactly.
And walk out. Don't look back.
Yeah, but dude, unfortunately, man, there's a lot of people out there that are just, they like causing problems. Yeah, they're shit starters, causing problems. They want to make money the easy way. I saw a TikTok video of some guy that was talking about how he sues every job that he works at. What he does is
it that
dude? Yeah. He's like talking about OSHA certification.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I know
crazy.
exactly.
He was breaking it down. He's like, yeah, I go into every place I work. He's like, and then I get to know their OSHA certifications and regulations. He's like, and I get to know them real well. He's like, and then I start to break them. And then he's like, I'll break the regulations and then I'll call OSHA in. He's like, and then when I call OSHA in, they get pissed off at me because I'm calling OSHA, snitching on myself, but the company gets in trouble, not him. And so he's like, and then the company gets mad, and then they start like being dicks to him and jerks and blah, blah, blah. And then they eventually fire him, and then he sues them for firing him because he was maintaining OSHA safety. Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow.
Dude. Yeah.
You can get like $15K, something like that from doing that.
He got like 40 off one. He made 40
How long
grand.
do those lawsuits take, though?
I don't know. Obviously not very long. I mean, he's flipping them, dude, like Uno cards.
Well, at my old building at my job, that happened. Someone was doing that.
Oh, that's what you're saying.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it's a hustle. Like, that's all it is. It really is just a hustle because you're not really doing anything good. Like, it's just full of loopholes and it made our, like, in being in management, it made our lives hell for a solid couple months because we had to deal with, because it made us look bad.
Right, and you're just dealing with idiocy.
Right, and it's like, on paper, okay, yeah, there's things that need to be fixed, but then
with
it's
OSHA,
like,
you same OSHA thing?
Yeah,
so
because
OSHA came in and...
Well, so they do like a walk through the building, and then they come down on like the highest tiers of leadership, and just the shit rolls downhill, and eventually, OSHA to
so OSHA,
the company.
so you guys broke OSHA regulations or whatever, right? And OSHA came in, and OSHA does a walkthrough and checks it out, and then they go and bitch.
They'll do audits, so they'll be there for like a couple weeks or something like that.
And then they go to the higher ups, and then it goes down. Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So basically, everybody's walking on eggshells for like a month, and then, you get your job threatened for like a solid month, and then
because
because
sucks,
it's
dude.
like, when you're on such a higher tier of leadership, they're not paying attention to what's going on, like, on the floor.
Yeah.
And so they're not enforcing anything. And then, on our end, where we're trying to make sure the business is running and just, leading the people and managing and everything, there's things that we miss. And then if we're not being held accountable, then it's like, who's, but it's a pain, because then you end up having to work 6 days a week. And
OSHA in general is a pain, in general. Yeah. But yeah, but people, dude, it's just, that's one of my lessons I've learned big time in the last couple of years specifically, is there literally are just people
are
out
the
there.
worst.
Yeah, man, it's like I just don't get it. Like, there's so many more people than I had any idea out there that just, and I think a lot of it, you can go to the, like, you know how being raised, like how we are raised dictates our adult life, right? Like in
1,000%.
certain ways, not in every way, right? You can break certain cycles and stuff, but you know, at the end of the day, I think it's just like a lot of these people that are shit starters just grew up in environments where they were around drama all the time. Like their dad was arguing with
Like
their
they
mom,
crave
or
it
their
almost.
dad left. Yeah, well, that's what's
Yeah.
normal to them, and so they have to
So if
create.
it doesn't exist, they have to make it.
Because they get uncomfortable, so they have to create some sort of drama.
Probably super true.
Yeah, dude. Oh yeah, oh yeah, it is. I mean, I know that that's a thing for people in general. Like I know it is, because I've talked to people about it. But I don't know if it's probably not the case for everybody, but I would
Right.
be willing to bet it's the majority of people.
I've
out
noticed
there.
a lot of the drama starting, and this just comes from like places I've worked in the past, come from people who are really wealthy. I feel like a lot of times the wealthiest people
When we're stuck up.
are always the ones who are
They have
shit
nothing
causing.
better to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because
Shit.
they have other people fixing their problems.
Yeah.
That's true.
And so they don't really have to deal with anything.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense too. Yeah, no, I know. And they're the most unhappiest.
That's facts.
Mm-hmm.
Especially, yeah.
I was talking to Jordan Monty. I don't know if I told you, but he hit me up on Instagram randomly last week, and we talked back and forth for a couple minutes, and then I was like, dude, it's crazy you hit me up, because I was like, I was telling him about the program AA that I'm in and stuff like this, and I was like, and I have amends to make to you, and he's like, bro, blah blah blah. So we chopped up, but then he's like, call me, or he's like, hit me up, and so he gave me his number. But I called him today on the way down to the airport, and we talked for like an hour. It was a really good conversation. It was so sick. Love that guy, and I'm really glad we reconnected.
That's good.
Yeah.
Because y'all ain't talked in a while.
We unfollowed each other off Instagram and everything. I mean, we literally did not talk. Like we didn't. I don't know what was going on, but we had a really good conversation today about everything, and just kind of was like, I just told him, I said, look, dude, this is what was going on in my life and what I was going through, and I was like, you know, I owe you an apology, blah blah blah, and it was great. But we were talking for a minute about that too, about how, like, you know, you have all this stuff and it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't, like, think about how many times that I went, like, my boat, dude, like when I went and bought my boat, I was like, I want my boat, like I want a boat. So I went and bought a boat, and I was like so happy. I was like, man, this is the best thing ever, for like a week. And then after that week, I was like, what's the next thing? You know, what else do I want to get? You know, I got to buy a new truck, or I got to buy this, but it's all temporary. Like, it'll give you happiness for a couple days or something, but then after that, it's like, what's next?
Right.
That's why this cycle never ends. So I believe it that wealthiest people are the most unhappiest, because they're probably trying to fill that shithole with
just
whatever
more
they can
things,
buy.
and they have all the money in the world, so there's an endless supply of things to fill. Yeah, that's interesting.
Because that stuff, I mean, don't get me wrong, buying things can definitely bring happiness. Like,
Oh, for
I
sure.
get extremely happy buying things, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it's, you know, if that's the highlight of my life, you know, and that shit is
But I feel
sad.
like there's a way you can like make that a good part of your life. Like, you just took your family out on a little
for sure.
vacation thing. So I feel like
Memories.
being able to do stuff like that is a huge thing. But yeah, I think memories are a huge part of that.
Things that can create memories are better than actual items.
Yeah.
Like trips, cruises, you know, whatever. I mean, vacation somewhere.
Yeah,
Stuff's important.
stuff is important.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, money's not necessarily evil. It's how you use it.
No, money's evil. Money is evil.
Yeah.
Straight up.
No.
You're wrong.
But I want to hear what you guys are going to say about the spin-off of The Boys.
Oh,
because
yeah.
I needed a show to watch, and that's the one I'm going to watch tonight.
Gen V. So I saw the trailer for it.
V or Z?
V, because
Oh,
you know,
okay.
like the compound V.
Yeah,
so
I
it's
thought
like
it was
Gen
Z, but...
The title is clever. I really want to be in it, because all the like people in the trailer looked about my age and like my casting type. So I'm gonna try. I want to be in.
Does
that
it
show.
look good?
It looked okay. It looked like
It was written
it looked like it
strike.
was super different. It looked like it was written during a strike. It looked really good in the sense that, like, I don't know, it looked entertaining. But The Boys is so good, and this takes place in the world of The Boys. And I'm worried that it's going to be another like Walking Dead type thing, where that's like they have a show that's really good, and then they create a spinoff, and then it's like, what the hell are we doing now?
But didn't Prime do this one?
Prime did this one, and this one's a limited series, I think.
Like that, I don't know. I doubt that.
Like, it
You
was
doubt
one,
that?
one season?
Maybe I'm thinking of something else. I was talking to someone about a new show that
you could be right. I don't.
I have
know.
no idea. I could be. I'm
I
gonna
feel like they're gonna milk the hell out of it.
Oh, they probably will. It's Amazon.
If it's good, I hope they do.
Yeah, I mean, is it out already?
Yeah, it's out. I don't.
Yeah, I need to
think
check
they're
it out.
They're doing the weekly episodes, but
Oh,
yeah.
I mean,
so you
I'll-
can't binge it yet.
how many
many
episodes are there?
I don't know. Probably it's probably gonna be between like 8 and 10
Episodes?
most likely. Yeah.
That's way more than I thought. I thought it just came out. I was thinking like 1 or 2.
Oh, that are out right now?
Yeah.
Probably like 2. Yeah.
What the hell? This guy's like a roller coaster ride just talking to him. I'm like, what the? Yeah, what the?
No, it'll probably be like 10.
10 episodes
Usually,
per
that's
season.
what a season is.
Yeah, for sure.
For that.
But yeah, I might.
But what's it look like? What's it about? What
I
is
have.
it?
It looks like it's
It's
about.
a college campus, so
I'm guessing it's the like spoilers if you haven't seen, viewers, The Boys, because they had like, do you remember that scene in The Boys? And I guess they talked about it in a later season, but like they were giving Compound V to like kids before they
Yeah.
could make that decision. So I wonder, it didn't say too much in the trailer, but I wonder if the show is based off of those kids that are like growing up
That
and
didn't
it's
make
like,
it into the.
yeah, that aren't.
That'd be sick.
And it's just like, so he said it's like a college campus. So I wonder if it's like a school of
It's
like
a bunch of frat boys drinking
Gen-
natty ice,
Well,
beating
I
the
think
shit out
that's
of each
some of
other.
it, like-
of like Gen Vers and stuff. So
I think, from my understanding, because there is one of the actresses that's in the new show was in a picture of a list of like young kids or whatever that had gotten it or that were kind
interesting.
of out there. You know what I mean? So from my understanding, it's the school is all the kids are getting trained either to be heroes
Yeah, that'd be
or to be like movie stars. And then teen drama or college drama, whatever.
teen and college drama.
Yeah, I guess we're just stopping.
Yeah, we can talk. Let me talk to you about the Mariners. What happened?
That roster just wasn't built for the
Really? I mean,
for a World Series
you
run.
got J-Rod. You got the pitching staff was there. At least the starters I knew were there.
Pitching staff's good. It's young. It's good. It's
Is it that it though? Is it just J-Rod and the? I mean, you got Seager, don't you? Oh no,
we haven't had Seager in a while.
not Seager. What is this?
What is this?
Coasters.
Oh,
Record,
these are
vinyl
coasters?
record coasters.
I was like scared to
Isn't
touch
that
this. I
sick?
thought it was like an
That is pretty
actual
cool.
record for a
It's a
second.
vinyl record coaster, dude.
Can you play these?
Because you know I collect vinyls. No,
Can you put
I
these
don't-
on a
I mean,
thing?
maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
It's got ridges.
It just sounds like it's underwater because it's been on a.
It's Hotel California by the Eagles backwards.
Have y'all seen? There's like a. Do you remember years ago? I don't know if this is still a thing, but years ago there was a huge thing
Got him.
where if you would play songs in reverse, there was like a hidden like
Yeah,
demonic
that's
message.
exactly what I was
Yeah.
referencing. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Eagles Hotel California is what started that.
Was it really?
Yeah, it was like dude. People to this day think that if you play that song backwards on a record player, you can hear him say like Satan. Blah, blah,
Oh
YouTube
yeah, because
it.
I've seen stuff like that for Michael Jackson songs. Like
Yeah.
there's a bunch of Michael Jackson songs that are like
dude,
cursed
people
or
will
whatever.
come up with whatever they.
I mean, stuff in
They're
reverse
probably right.
always sounds
Shit,
weird.
take me in
anyways,
reverse.
so.
I'm sure I say something crazy.
You probably. I'm gonna reverse that
They're like,
on
what
the
Yeah.
podcast, and
We should just put the whole episode out in reverse.
let's do it, and then just prank people. We haven't been back in like 3 weeks, and then they
Here
just
it
get
is.
it.
It's just us going
Nerf, nerf. It's just if Zerg and cuff if.
Yeah, zips. Hell, wait, what? What?
Yeah, it's a
Satan.
diff, dip,
Yeah.
fuck, shit, dip. Wait,
So-
wait, what's that?
They're like, wait a minute, what did they just say? Like, no. That's but yes, people
dumbest.
genuinely believe that, which is nuts. But it is
Well,
what
that
it
was a
is.
big thing in the '90s. Was the I forgot what it was called. It was like the something scare, and there was very very conservative Christian groups that were just anything was satanic. Like
I feel like I've heard of this.
Monster energy drinks.
yeah.
Yes,
that's-
oh my
that's
gosh,
one- I mean,
yes.
that's more recent, but
That's
that,
one of my
like,
favorite videos.
Dude, that's one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
Yeah,
But it was a big thing in, like-
down. What do you have?
Yeah.
An upside down cross.
Bottoms up
Yeah,
or whatever.
That's right. Yeah,
yeah.
She goes and bottoms up. And yeah, dude. Oh my gosh.
Unleash the beast.
Yeah.
Talking about Satan.
And then she's like, in Hebrew, the M is 6. And what do you? And then she's like, and if you take that, she's like, and there's 3 lines.
Oh, yeah,
on
'cause the M has,
and
like,
that's
lines in it.
6, bottoms up. or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. Oh my
Dude,
god,
yeah,
it's
legendary
It's what
stuff.
I call Facebook mom content.
Yeah.
Yes.
You guys remember the BFCs? The
Oh
BFC
yeah,
games?
dude, those were
Oh,
those
yeah,
were
yeah, yeah.
We used to
legendary.
drink those all the time. in
Jesse
high
was
school.
obsessed. My brother was obsessed with those.
Dude,
those were like,
what were they thinking making
Those
those?
things were
they
enormous.
were thinking we're
Dude.
gonna make a bunch of money. We're gonna make a BFC amount of money, man.
Yeah.
We're,
Yeah, dude, that was crazy. We drank them all the time in high school. Like every other day, we'd have a huge can each of us.
Because it had that
They
lid
banned
that
it.
was
So
just-
bad for you.
at my high school, they were like banned energy drinks.
Yeah, I mean, it can't. I mean, I can't.
really?
Be, oh, they banned
Yeah.
energy drinks.
Yeah.
Right.
At my North Gwinnett, you could not get a like if the only thing you could like have on you was like water.
It was like weed.
That's
He's-
wild.
it was weed.
It's a vape.
They had one of my friends got in trouble because one of the guys saw on the security monitor he was dapping up a friend of his, and they thought it was a drug deal, so he got called into the office. And had to explain, he's like, no, we were just dapping each other up.
That's funny.
Yeah. Like, what did you pass him?
Mm.
Just a little crack.
Just a little
crack.
just a little crack.
Just a
Dude.
little bit of love, baby.
That reminds me of Dave Chappelle's Chappelle Show episode where he's that cokehead. You guys remember that one? Somebody posted something the other day and was somehow.
Biggums.
Yeah, that was the next one.
Tyrone
I was gonna bring up. The Tyrone
Biggums.
Biggums one. That was like his first episode of the Chappelle Show, I think.
Bro, they all merged together in my head.
Chappelle Show's
yeah.
legendary.
Yeah, dude, it is. Have you
So
guys?
funny.
Prank Panel just released a season finale.
Was it
Gotta
good?
Watch that. I haven't seen it
Uh-huh.
yet.
Damn, I
It
forgot
came out
about
like
that.
a month ago. I haven't watched it. The last episode before that wasn't very good. So
Was that the one? I remember we were talking on one of the episodes about what's her name, like freaking out or
yeah,
whatever.
the girl in
yeah,
it with the pepper
Gabrielle
spray.
Sidibe.
yeah.
Yeah,
Gabrielle
Sidibe. Cinnabay. Yeah, that's the same show.
Man,
Yeah, I gotta.
I
watch
still have yet to watch an episode,
that. Oh, you got it, dude.
but I
It's
need
good.
to because I do this weird thing with television shows. We're like, oh, I'm gonna watch this, and then I'll like start scrolling through and then see like Hard Knocks and be like, oh, you know what? Actually, I'm just gonna watch.
That's the opposite for me. I
Yeah,
see all these
Well, the nice
shows,
thing
like,
is
eh.
it's short, so you could power
That's-
through it.
that's yeah.
and just-
You know what? Maybe
it's
I'll do
like
that
22
tonight.
minutes per episode.
What?
So. Prank panel.
Pick
No,
one.
each one's like an hour, but there's two pranks. Each prank is probably
I
22
don't
minutes.
think it's an hour.
Yes, it is, dude. It's I promise you. There's two pranks in every episode. You're not doing an 11
Maybe
minute
you're
pranks
just
with
like
commercials.
really.
A whole hour?
It's probably like 45 or 48 minutes or something, you know. But yeah, it's definitely not
It felt
22.
shorter.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't smoke a fat joint before you start it, it'll
do.
be
Like wow,
An
time
hour,
flies.
It'd be a whole day.
20 minutes when you smoke that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but you guys had said there was a lot to catch up on in this episode. So what do you got? That was
Well,
what you guys said
football
in the
started.
text.
Football started,
Talk
man.
about them Niners.
The Niners are undefeated still. Did they?
Yeah,
they're
still
undefeated.
undefeated. Brock Purdy is on my fantasy team, and I am
killing it,
happy
dude.
about it. Christian McCaffrey is the GOAT.
He's very likely.
MVP baby.
Who knows how the season's going to pan out? But if
He's-
he's on a ridiculous pace right
Yeah,
now.
did you
He's
see the
like-
NFL's
he's so
Instagram? On their Instagram now, if you go to look at their bio on their top of the Instagram, it says CMC for MVP question mark.
Oh, they
Oh
changed
no
it
way!
Yep.
because it was about Taylor Swift earlier.
Oh, what?
Dude, that
Yeah.
whole
I
Taylor
saw that
Swift-
when I went to check on.
You know
it,
what?
and it
Let's talk
wasn't
about
on
that
there.
for a
Dude, can we?
minute, 'cause
Can
I'm
we
sick
just
of it.
let's just talk about like sports social media for like a hot second here because we'll start with Taylor Swift, but we'll work it back a bit. If you look at ESPN right now and you go through their last, I'm not gonna exaggerate, 200 posts, you will see one of three things: Taylor Swift, Deion Sanders, or what's the other big one? I think it's
Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes. I think those are like the two. Is like Colorado
Brock
Buffaloes and Deion Sanders and like Taylor Swift are just like the only thing being posted about on sports social media pages.
Or somebody
Or
talking
ESPN.
about those things.
It's, but what's with the hype? I mean, I get it. The Swifties are now like in the NFL, and it's a thing, and they want to market to them. But it's
I mean, it was kind of cute initially because it was now you have this whole new audience of women,
right.
and which is great. It's good for the sport.
Absolutely.
It's good for a lot of things and good for marketing and whatever, and it's bringing a lot of people together. But now it's getting out of hand.
It is getting out of
when
hand.
every other like cutaway in
Yeah.
the game is to Taylor Swift and her
Yeah.
celebrity friends.
Yes.
And it's like, hey, and then the commentators are getting on it
Yeah. It's like
and start talking about it. It's like, hey,
Every-
there's a game going on. Like, can we just
Every broadcast opens with like a Taylor Swift reference of some kind.
Yeah,
in
and
a
it's-
song,
it's-
and
It's like
Oh,
don't
it's
forget
just
your
too
primary
much.
audience here, guys.
Yeah, like
Oh.
she's a and you know what? I will admit I was wrong about Britney Spears. I did not realize how big Taylor Swift was until this all happened.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
I really underestimate because I'm not plugged into that world.
yeah,
so
that-
I
she's
I really did not.
massive, but also like because Travis Kelce was like blowing up already because he started doing
Well, yeah,
he
he's
started
the greatest
the
tight end of all
tight
time.
that, but then now he's doing like all these State Farm commercials with Patrick Mahomes
And
now.
Pfizer.
Those are so funny.
That-
Pfizer
Ma-
was hilarious.
Ma'ato.
It's like two things at
Um,
once.
and then to
So
start
weird. Yeah.
and then to start dating the like biggest celebrity maybe ever. That's like
Yeah, it's It's weird. It doesn't feel
gnarly.
real. If
It
I'm
really
honest.
doesn't.
Even he's been like on his podcast though. He's like, I don't want to talk about this anymore. He's like, I brought it on myself. He's like, I get it. I live in the light. He's like, I brought this up, and I brought up the best friends bracelet. Blah blah blah. He's like, but now I've just got to keep it to football. And all right now.
Someone made an AI breakup song by Taylor Swift about Travis Kelce.
Oh, what?
I mean, it's
It made me
inevitable.
chuckle.
Like either they get married or she has another double platinum album. Like that comes straight out of that.
Did you all see the video of her and him walking behind out of the stadium though? And he
winked at the camera.
Well,
or
he was like
something?
kind of giving that nod,
Yeah.
but somebody was like, somebody had made a caption that was like, when you pull the baddie after the party or something like that. Because he's walking, he's got that look on his face.
Yeah,
like,
he definitely.
Yeah.
He was in his bag right there.
It was
yeah.
so funny. It was so funny. And then his ex came out after like 7 years and like is now talking about how like ridiculous he was and all this stuff and like
Of course, everyone's got their shit to say.
Yeah, bad mouthing him, like literally just shit starter right there.
That's what you call jealousy, right there, my friends.
Yeah, it's like, where did you come from? You know. And
Well,
Travis just said that she was like mean or something. He was just like, she was just mean. That was like his only thing about her. And then she was like, Travis did this, Travis did that, Travis did this, blah blah blah. And it was like,
And so proving Travis's point.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. She
Well,
wants
now
some news about it.
there's like Swifties on social media because people on social media have to take anybody down as soon as they hit their peak.
Of course.
So of fame, and so now there was this post of this Swiftie that showed a clip because I don't know how much y'all pay attention to the off-season stuff, but he got in a fight, like a real quick fight with a player in practice.
I did see that.
And this girl like posted it up like she was uncovering some
some
deep,
crazy,
dark secret.
like-
And like she was exposing him, and she was like, this is something that Taylor really needs to know about, or it was like posing the question, does she need to worry about him being aggressive and violent with her?
Oh my gosh.
And it's like, what do you like? We all knew about this. We all
And
like
everyone-
this football. Sorry, I just spit on you.
No,
but,
you're.
like this is like the peak of testosterone in the world, and like these guys are you have literally the GOAT at his position, and there's going to be some squabbles in practice
Yeah.
when everybody's trying to be the best, and you're on a Super Bowl winning team. Like
That
it's
happens
just
on
like
every team, though.
Yeah,
like,
right,
every
exactly.
single and like every sport, like players
it's-
don't get along every now and then, and shit happens.
You're not every.
But hey, Taylor Swift should know about it because
What if
I need
he
to be
beats her?
involved. What?
So
What if he beats her?
What if, man? He could. I mean,
What
he
if
beat that player.
What if
and
a crane falls on her?
What if Taylor
would
Swift
be
and Travis
wild.
Kelce are in that same situation as those players, and then he beats?
Yeah, dude. I
Yeah.
don't know. Did you guys see the ESPN guy after the game with the Jets game when he was like baiting the
Rodney Harrison.
Yeah, Rodney
Wait,
Harrison.
what
was, like,
happened?
he was like baiting what's his name?
Chris Jones.
Chris Jones to say that Zach Wilson sucked because he was like he had asked him. He's like, Zach Wilson, man. He's like, were you guys going to this game? You guys just had to have known, right, that you guys were going to do whatever you want to the kid. And he was like, no, man, Zach Wilson played good. His best game and blah blah blah. He's like, you said he played good. He's like, you think he played good?
It was
And
really
then-
mean
Yeah,
spirited.
it was super
like
mean.
it was
Awful.
like
And he kept banging on him too.
and it wasn't like funny and joke. It
No.
was like
He's like,
it
he was
mean.
terrible.
Like,
He literally
yeah.
was like, he's terrible. And then he was like,
I
and then
think
Chris
he
Jones,
said trash at one point.
Yeah, that's
Like,
right. He said he's trash. That's what he said. He's like, he's trash. And Chris Jones was like, what? He's like, Chris Jones was like, he's a special player, man. He's like, special? You think Zach Wilson's special? No way. He's like, you're
God
special. He's
almighty.
like, Zach Wilson is not special. He's trash. Like, dude, just like that. Like DJ said, super mean spirited. Like,
What makes him more
Wild.
sad is like he's like Rodney Harrison is a Hall of Fame player. Someone said something along the lines of this, but like every room he walks into, he's a legend. Like and he's well recognized. And so for him to like say that about
yeah.
this kid, listen, Zach Wilson, he's not very good.
Yeah.
He's
but
not.
He
he's
did
also
have his best game though.
Yeah,
did.
no,
He
he
definitely
absolutely.
did.
He
played a good
actually
game.
looked really good in
And
that
he was
game.
mature afterwards, dude. He said, "Look, that loss is on me."
Yeah,
He's like,
exactly.
No,
I
he's
would've
shown a lot
Yeah.
of growth.
Yes.
Because last year he would
Yeah,
he
he was like,
literally
nope,
had that
nope.
opportunity and was like, no, it wasn't my fault.
And he's first round pick. Was he number one or just top three?
I think
No,
he
he
was
was
top
top three.
I think he was
Okay.
top three. The Jets always have a top three. He's
No, I
one of
think-
those three.
I mean, he was clearly bad his rookie year. Like there's no debating that. Did not handle the media well.
No.
But this offseason, you get Aaron Rodgers. The plan was for him to kind of just
learn
and develop
And then
under Aaron Rodgers
ultimately
for
be
like
the
2
guy.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then just, be the same way Aaron Rodgers did under Favre, same way Jordan Love did under Aaron Rodgers.
same way Trey Lance did under Jimmy G.
But like
That was good. That was good.
I know sports.
But like he's been put in this impossible position where they had this whole offseason preparing for Aaron Rodgers to take this team to the promised land.
Mm-hmm.
And the offense was specifically made for Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, Lazard.
And now
Lazard's a killer.
the first drive, huh?
Lazard's a killer.
What do you mean?
Lazard, their receiver that Aaron Rodgers pulled over from the Packers, he's a killer, bro. He's so good.
Yeah,
He pulled that one catch down that Wilson threw to him. And
he's
I was
huge.
Like,
he's like 6'5".
yeah, it was wild. That was just wild.
But 4 plays into the season.
Just gone.
Mhm.
And
Lost his nuts.
he's
What?
confident about a potential comeback. If
I mean,
postseason.
he's gonna be. He's. Yeah,
I mean, he was in the
yeah.
stadium last night, so I mean, like,
Yeah.
I mean, after a surgery, and
he said he's already walking.
he threw a ball on the sideline. He threw a pass on the
Well,
sideline.
he broke his ankle.
Yeah, but
No,
he,
no,
he put the
no,
crutch
not
down.
patellar.
His Nutella.
No.
Achilles.
I said patella.
Oh, I think he said
Achilles.
he broke his Nutella.
Yeah,
I
he
was
broke his
whoa.
Nutella.
I was like, this isn't new to me. When do we grow
Achilles,
these?
towards Achilles.
Get a whole new jar of hazelnut spread.
Dude, Dame to the Bucks. That was crazy.
Yeah, I
that
saw
was,
that.
nuts.
that was blockbuster right there.
That surprised me.
Steph Curry's now officially the longest player in the current NBA to stay with a team.
Longest tenure on that team. Yeah, that's
he's got
sick.
the longest tenure out of any player.
I like that.
Hey man, loyalty.
Hey, loyalty.
Slim and
respect
far
it.
between.
Yeah,
Few and far between.
that's a go right there. Right?
Yeah, but how could you not, dude? He's. I mean, I think Dame wouldn't have left Portland if he was actually winning, but he's not. Not
Yeah.
everybody can get
He's
4
been
rings.
carrying that team for 10 years.
I know, and he's too good, man. He wasted his prime. He's still
It's like
good.
Mike
He's still
Trout.
great, but he's just.
I feel like he's in that era where Chris Paul was after kind of that Clippers year.
We don't.
No,
hey,
yeah.
we don't shame.
Oh, yeah,
Chris
you don't
Paul
like
around here.
Chris, yeah.
No, we love
That's right.
Chris. We
That's
love
right.
Chris.
Oh, yeah.
You have to love
We
Chris.
love Chris. Now.
Everybody loves Chris.
Everybody loves Chris. Yeah, no, Chris Paul. He was funny. I saw a post, a couple of them yesterday on Twitter about videos of him, and because he's in the Warriors uniform, and they had media day, and he said that someone had asked him, one of the reporters, like, "Hey, your teammates, have they joked with you about being in that jersey yet?" And he's like, "Teammates? What teammates?" He's like, all I hear from them is, "Man, that jersey looks good on you," and because Chris Paul was probably the biggest rivaled player for the Warriors organization. Like, he always got into it with freaking Bob Myers, Steve Kerr, Curry. Dude, the coaches, players, doesn't matter. He was getting into it with everybody. He, hated the Warriors, and the Warriors, from what I could tell, did not like him. But now that he's in a Warriors uniform, it's so funny. So, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
I think it was definitely worth getting rid of Poole for him.
It's like when
I don't know,
Sherman
Jordan
joined the 49ers.
Huh?
It's like when Sherman went to the 49ers.
Yeah, but hopefully a little better. Sherman was just past his peak, dude. That's the
Yeah.
problem. I mean, he was good for we needed veterans at the time. Like, I remember that season, we had a lot of
He was good the
injuries and
first
shit.
year, and then
We
he
were
got
still
hurt.
rebuilding, and he was good that first year. And then I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But CP3, he's not gonna score. He's a role player. I mean, that's what he is
He's
now.
just gonna be a body on the court.
A good one. I mean, MVP.
It's a deep
Actually, I don't know if
bench.
he's ever been MVP.
This is a very deep bench.
But I think Jordan Poole was a good trade for you. Jordan Poole, man, the what was it?
He had his moments.
He was good. He was really good. But Andre Iguodala was on a podcast the other day, and he was talking about that with Poole because he said, "Well, what happened with Poole?" He's like, "Why did it go down this way? Why did he get traded?" And he said, "Look, man, he's like, Poole had been there for a couple years. He had a ring. He's like, and he said it was like Game 4 or whatever in the finals that they won." Poole had won that final. Like, he had won that playoff game for them, and you could argue that he won the series for them because of that game. And so there was one game specifically that Jordan Poole just went off in the playoffs. And he said that after that season, when they won the finals, they came back and things were still the same inside the locker room and on the court about, everybody's got a specific role to do except for Curry, Draymond, and Thompson. They kind of have the freedom to do whatever they want. And he started talking about that, and he's like, and that rubbed off on Poole the wrong way. He said, "Haven't I shown y'all that what I can do? Like, I want that freedom. Like, I want to be able to go out and do this. Like, why can't I be that guy?" He's like, "I won us the championship in that, and I won this, and I did this, and look at me." And Andre Iguodala's like, and he did. Like, he went off. Like, he 100% did. He's like, but that's not how the Warriors are. He's like, it's Curry, Draymond, and Thompson. And so Poole, he just ever since that he had a bad taste in his mouth, and he couldn't really.
I could imagine.
That.
Yeah,
he wanted to be that guy that It was kind of the same thing with Kyrie, right? When he was overshadowed by LeBron, it's the same thing. I mean, Kyrie left because he was just LeBron's guy. He's another teammate that helped LeBron get to the finals. So it's the same thing. But then I guess.
But that's hard on like a team with like a LeBron or like a Steph Curry name. Like I feel like anyone, unless you're like Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, or Draymond Green, everyone on that team is going to be a teammate of them.
Or start from the beginning. Like it works because Draymond, Thompson, and Curry have been together since the draft day. That's why it works. And Andre Iguodala works because he was a veteran when he came in, and he's got the wisdom that a lot of people don't because he's older, and then also because he's super humble and he's willing to take the back seat. He doesn't care. At the end of the day, he's winning rings, and he said he doesn't care about the rings. He says that you can find this at least probably 5 or 6 times said by him. He always says this. He's like, it's not about rings. He's like, it's about playing with Steph Curry because he's history. He's like, he's the great. Andre Iguodala is like, he's the greatest player of all time. He's like, and I am playing with him, and I am gonna do whatever I can to make him better and to help him and see his game go off, because that's the only reason he's playing. You can see that online anywhere. So
Steph Curry is.
Yeah, he's tight, dude.
I love Steph Curry.
I have a card by him with a game worn piece.
You got a baseball
of his jersey.
card of Steph Curry?
Yeah, with a game worn piece of his MLB jersey.
That was
I'll have to show you. It's pretty sick.
Yeah. Speaking of basketball in the MLB, Michael Jordan had a little stint as a baseball player back in the day. You got to get a Michael Jordan baseball card. Yeah.
Yep.
The White Sox.
He's in their organization. I don't know if he ever played for the White Sox.
Did he? No,
I think he played spring training.
I think this question came up a while back, and we looked it up, not between us, but me and whoever it was, and I'm pretty sure that he played a game.
Did he actually?
But don't quote me on it. But like at the top of my mind, I remember this coming up, and we Googled it, but maybe it wasn't.
No.
I think it was just spring training. I think because like Bo Jackson had an actual career. Deion Sanders played a few years.
I'm so tired of hearing Deion Sanders. I respect the guy, but man, I'm tired of hearing his name.
You're probably more sick of him because of what they did up against USC.
Yeah,
I could not believe
that was close.
That.
Honestly,
dude, they almost lost. USC almost lost.
It was before that was really pissed because they got like slapped around by Oregon. So I was like, I was pretty
go Ducks.
So I was pretty confident that USC was going to beat them, but the hype. I mean, they beat a really bad TCU team. And I get it, they were in the championship the year before, but they were like dropped like 20 ranks for a reason because they weren't the same team. And then Colorado barely beat them, and then all of a sudden everyone was like losing their minds about like how great Colorado is. And then they're
good.
Well,
definitely good.
There's a lot of talent on
there was a lot of talent,
Hunter,
and
dude.
Deion's.
They didn't even have Hunter when they played you guys.
And Deion's definitely. Well, USC just has a bad defense, but Deion was.
They were only down 6 points when they lost, or what was it? 7. They lost by 1 touchdown, right?
48, 41. USC has an awful defense. Alex Grinch is the defensive coordinator. Needs to.
You guys also have a guy who's about to have double Heismans.
Yeah, we have an insane offense. I mean, like that first half. I mean, we outscored them like 35-7 in the first half. I mean, we crushed.
They're a good team, dude. Like they're not a trash team.
USC has an awesome offense, but a terrible defense. And it worries me because USC has the toughest schedule out of any team in college football for the rest of the season. And the way we played against Colorado, the way we played against Arizona State, like we're not gonna do well against these good teams if we don't fix that defense.
You know what I've been thinking about, which would be wild, is if y'all's quarterback was Caleb
Williams.
Caleb enters the draft, the Bears draft him, and they dip on
Justin Fields.
Well, that's very possible.
That's very.
I know, isn't that crazy?
Dude,
there's no way he goes into the draft. There's no way. There's no way he
stays one more year.
No way.
3 straight Heisman's, baby.
And I don't think. I literally,
the
dude. That's because, dude, the Bears are known for being a shit organization. Dude.
Especially
they're
when
not.
it comes to quarterbacks.
They're not developing Justin Fields the way that he needs to be. Everybody knows that. They're not. It's Justin Fields is. Justin Fields is not a top 5 quarterback. He's not anything crazy. He's a good quarterback. I think he could be a great
football player. I wouldn't say he's a good quarterback.
He's a good quarterback, which is fine, but the Bears organization is ruining that because they fucking suck, and everybody knows it. So anybody that knows the Bears would choose to stay in college one more year.
Yeah, especially when you have Lincoln Riley as your quarterback, who is known to be like the guy to like improve quarterbacks. But there's also like Caleb Williams' dad came out and said something recently where he was like, "I'm not gonna let my son go to like a program like that in the NFL where they're just gonna like."
Yeah, and I mean, why would you?
And also, he's making more money now than he would on a rookie contract in the NFL.
Because of that
NIL.
From the NIL.
That's tight.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Georgia just passed, or they just voted for NIL deals for high schoolers.
Oh,
No way.
Wow.
I saw it last night right after the game.
That's
sick.
huge.
That's
That's
really
crazy.
cool. That's really
Yeah.
cool.
Damn.
Influencers,
So,
baby.
It's gonna change.
That's
a
really
lot.
cool.
Yes, the high school football is about to be the NFL, and
Social media is about to be
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's gonna be
Well,
a
dude,
ton
think
of
about
high
like
school
I'm thinking of
content.
like baseball and basketball cards too. Like think about the cards you get. This is
Yeah.
this is their freshman year in high school. It's
Yeah.
autoed 101. Like how sick is that? It's like dude barely could even write. Dude, this is a screenshot of a text he sent me.
Autographed.
Sick. Autographed though, yeah,
An
with
autograph.
invisible ink.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Justin Fields is. Because the thing is, the Bears have
I
their
think he's a good
own first
quarterback.
pick, and then they have the Panthers' first pick. So they have 2 first-round picks. They're gonna get whoever the top quarterbacks are. It could be, if it's not Caleb Williams, it could be Penix.
Or
One of those guys are going to join the draft.
the Oregon guy, whatever his
Bo
name
Nix.
is.
Nix.
Bo
Bo
Nix
Nix is
like
Bo
30
Nix.
years
No,
old.
he's like a second-round quarterback. I don't think Bo Nix is first round.
The way he's playing the
This
last
year?
couple of years,
Last year was okay, but
he was
but
pretty
Dan
good
Lanning
last
was
year.
still
This
new.
year, I mean, he's a Heisman contender right now.
Yeah.
Last I heard.
He's gonna have hype
I have
as long
not
as they
heard
keep
that.
winning.
Yeah, but not like Caleb.
No, Caleb-
No, I mean everybody
that
No,
knows
Caleb-
Caleb's the guy, but
You know,
Why did he
he's-
go to USC?
Because Lincoln Riley went to USC.
Hmm.
Lincoln Riley recruited him at Oklahoma, and then in Caleb's freshman year, at the end of the freshman year, Lincoln Riley left Oklahoma to go to USC.
You think they still have to do like school? Like you think their schoolwork and stuff is just as much as everyone else when they know? Like Caleb Williams,
No.
like he's going to the NFL. Do you think that the school teachers are like, dude, Caleb, you're getting it?
They
I'm
probably-
going to take you off the football team.
I
There's-
I don't know.
Dion said something that he said like grades are super important because he said
he
like
did.
he was like going on and saying like look like 80% of you 90% of you are not going to make the NFL, so you have to have your like education
Mhm.
up or
yeah,
you're
you
not
want
going
to
to
make
like
sure you're getting money.
cover
as
all
soon
your
as you're
bases.
out,
Yeah.
you know. I respect that. I
yeah.
people give Dion a lot of shit just
I
because
respect
he's got,
him.
because he's Showtime and he's got
And
that
because
attitude.
the hype is like
Yeah, and
so
it's
annoying, but
and
it's
it's
like,
really that's the media. Like
Yeah.
that's not
Not
him.
him, it's
He's
the
not
media.
going out of his way to like.
It's not him, but some of his players kinda
Although
make that about the team.
Coach
too.
about Oregon
that's true.
said
That's true.
playing for
That's
clicks
Yeah.
instead of
well,
a-
but you didn't see what they were doing to the field?
Oh no, I did. No,
Yeah,
I did.
that's what
I
I'm saying. That's what I was
absolutely
just
saw
saying.
that.
These are like some of the teams
irony
causing
of that
that,
though is that
They just got
he
pissed
didn't-
like the week.
Huh?
Oh, never mind.
Well,
Well,
so-
Colorado was just bitching like the week before that about someone doing that to their field, and then like the next
Oh.
week they did it to Oregon. That's not,
fucking shit.
yeah, it's crazy.
But the whole they're just doing this for clicks like that. He called that
Cinderella
meeting.
story.
He didn't. He had that meeting and that like he brought the cameras in.
I mean, no,
to
that is
say
a-
that like he
that is
literally
a fair
did
argument.
that for clicks. Like
His
he-
statement? No, that was
Yeah.
him talking to the team before the game.
Yeah,
The
he
cameramen
didn't-
are always in there, dude. You don't think they're always in there?
Not the way that was. That was he said that specifically.
Mm-hmm.
That was- he meant for that to be
I see,
a-
I see what you're saying.
He
Yeah,
meant
yeah.
for that
Oh,
to
I
be a
believe that
moment.
for sure,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
sure, for sure.
And it worked
it's
for
just-
them
I
because
get
they
it.
beat him by like 90. So
He said this ain't.
Yeah.
He's like no more Cinderella story.
yeah, no more.
Yeah,
Hey,
They're playing for clicks. We're
hey,
playing
go-
for champions.
go
Honestly, I thought it
Ducks.
was pretty
I
badass,
thought
man.
so. I mean,
I don't like
Dan,
the-
let's
I
go Dan
don't-
Lanning.
I don't like the Ducks, but I thought that was pretty badass.
When I was at the
No, I
Ducks
respect
Dogs
it.
game when we
It's-
lost in the Chick-fil-A Bowl, because I was at the game when we were leaving, me and my buddy were both Ducks fans. We were all ducked out, and everyone was like, "Yeah, how's that? You better go back to Oregon." Blah blah blah, and like talking shit, And we just kept telling people, and they were getting pissed. We're like, "It's okay. Dan Lanning's obviously still in y'all's pocket because he used to be the coach for the Dogs or whatever." So we kept saying that. People were getting mad, like legitimately mad.
hilarious.
Some girl was so mad about it, she ran up to Tim's face and like was like looking like she was gonna punch him, and like her boyfriend pulled him back. Dude, it was crazy. Yeah, I was
That's
like,
so
all the things we
funny.
could
college
say.
football fandom is
Nuts.
crazy, 'cause they're all drunk.
Especially in
Yes.
the, especially in
They're
the
all-
SEC, bro. SEC fans are like crazy,
savages.
savages.
Worse than Raiders fans.
Well, it's pretty close. It's
I
pretty
like how
close.
quiet we all are. I gotta think about it. That's crazy. Nobody likes the Raiders fans, dude.
Nobody.
They're terrible.
They're real annoying.
I need to find out if the A's are actually going to Vegas or not.
I have no idea what their plans are with that. I feel like the A's should just like the A's and I don't know. The A's and the Angels should just like both move to like Canada or Portland and just like get out of here.
Afghanistan. I think the A's didn't they like break the record for the worst record in baseball this year?
I wouldn't be surprised.
I
They
don't
were.
know.
Last
they go
I heard about
60
it was like a month or two ago.
Did they go
and
60
they're
did they get
talking
100
about them being
losses?
on track.
I honestly don't know how bad they did.
I know. I think they got like 30 or 40 wins.
That's crazy.
Holy shirts, no way.
Mhm.
That's like bad. That's like sell your team.
No, yeah. Last
ditch
time I checked, it was like 40. I think it was like 42 or something like that.
What's
Yeah.
sad about that is that there's never a plan to win there. Like there's never like a communicated vision where it's like the Mets this year, they were trash, and so they just got rid of everybody that wasn't on a long-term deal. And they were just like, okay, we're gonna suck for a couple years, but we're building something. And they're building up, space on their salary, and they're bringing up young guys to develop.
They're gonna trade for Mike Trout.
Sounds like my entire life as an A's fan.
That's I'm like
literally.
I can't even clown the A's because it's like I feel bad. I can't imagine being being in your shoes as an A's fan where it's like there's no expectation.
There is no,
really nothing,
and there has never been for me. Like that's the thing.
Because you've had good teams before.
Not since the '93. Oh yeah, '93 though.
Yeah,
but I was born in '93. The A's have not done anything.
Yeah, you want to do something?
My entire existence has not known the A's as being.
But it's like you're never signing anyone to a long-term deal. You're never. There's never like a trade in. Like you're never receiving anybody big. Yeah. It's always just the second you have someone that blows up.
You want to do something fun. Look at go to Baseball Reference. Look at the last 10, 15 years and look at the A's top player in each of those years. And then look at what their roster could have looked like. They could have had all these players in their primes.
What?
Yeah, like if you just look at all the A's top players in the last 15 years, those players have gone on to do incredible things, but not for the A's.
Oh, interesting.
Because you'll have them in their second year, and then they're great, and then their contract runs out, and you can't do anything. You just got to let them walk, or you trade them away.
Because they don't sign contracts.
Insane. I think Eric Chavez is probably one of the only dudes that was there for
a while.
I think he was there his whole career.
Eric Chavez, dude, I love Eric Chavez. That was my guy. Wasn't he third base?
Wasn't Coco
slick glove?
Coco Crisp was there for a while.
I have an auto Coco Crisp downstairs. Sick, dude. My personal
Coco Crisp was a good one.
One of the greatest baseball names of all time.
Yeah, dude.
I thought one of the dumbest things
Eric
was
Chavez, Coco Crisp. One of the dumbest things. Jason Giambi, dude.
Yoenis Cespedes, I thought was going to be an A for.
Hell no, dude. That guy was too good.
That's what I know. I was like, they've got to keep this guy.
He won the home run derby, and
then they said, "See you later." Yeah, traded. Yeah, they didn't even not even a contract thing.
They traded him right before the All-Star break went, and it was the season that I knew we were going to make playoffs. And I was like, this is great. This is great.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought we were going to I thought the Angels were going to make the playoffs at the trade deadline. Dude. And then they made so many moves at the trade deadline, and then they are the worst.
What other players used to play for the A's back in the day? Eric Chavez,
Miguel Tejada.
Miguel Tejada. I've got a Miguel Tejada card, too.
Johnny Damon.
I don't remember him.
Yeah, Johnny Damon. He won a World Series with the Yankees and the Red Sox.
I don't remember.
Long hair. He played for the Royals too.
He played a long time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's see what else. I'm trying to think position by. You had Frank Thomas at one point.
The A's had Frank Thomas.
Yeah, and it was in their last playoff run, I think. Or no, It was in the late 2000s or early 2010s.
Yeah.
He was on that team.
Wow.
I think they got knocked out the divisional series or something like that. They had, catchers. Who did they have? They had Jason Kendall for a while.
I remember Jason Kendall. They had another catcher. I'm trying to remember who. They didn't have Salvi, but they had
Asian dude. He
Hank
played
Conger?
for the Braves he played for the Braves for a little bit. Kurt Suzuki.
That's who it was.
Suzuki.
He also played for the Angels.
He had Billy Butler for a little bit.
Bill Butt.
And Matt Olson. Who
would win MVP if the rest of the Braves offense wasn't the best offense in the history of baseball.
Had Josh Donaldson.
Yep.
Had Jed Lowry.
Lowry.
I think he had Marcus Semien.
Yeah, we did. He was
Matt Chapman
Semien for a little bit.
Yeah, Matt
Chapman.
I have a long line of amazing third basemen.
Semien was good when he played for the A's too, though.
He was. Remember who was that one player when we played the show way back? He was Eric Sogard.
Yeah,
Eric Sogard.
He was just a guy, but in the show he would hit nothing but bombs.
Yeah, and then Frank Vogt, or not Frank
Stephen
Vogt.
Stephen Vogt.
Yep.
Vogt.
Yeah, Josh Reddick.
What?
VOGT. Isn't that how it's spelled? Vogt.
What'd you say?
What?
Easy.
I didn't say anything. What are you talking about?
I've been doing a lot of immaculate grids, so I've been digging in the history.
I can never get a low score because I know it's hard to think of those deep
Oh yeah.
names. I'm curious to see what kind of stuff you come up with. I need to get back on that. The Immaculate Grid's
It's fun. Have you done one before?
No.
It's fun. I mean, if you have knowledge, like
you told
a deep
me
enough
about it, and I
knowledge,
don't.
yeah, it's
Not with baseball.
I love stuff like
They
that.
have it for I think football as well, or something.
For every sport. Yeah.
Similar. Oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll have to check it out.
Or all the major ones, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe basketball is probably
Every
the only
sport.
one.
Go look at like lacrosse.
I think they do have one for basketball.
You just said every sport.
Major sport.
Every sport.
Basketball. No one watches basketball.
He said major. Oh boy.
Major League Basketball.
How we looking on time, boys?
We were about 50 minutes when I got up to look at the thing.
It's 9:30.
So
we're about there pretty much.
we're about there.
Sweet.
Yes. Anything else on your minds that you want to get onto the table, onto the daddy table? Furnished and sponsored by Apex Painting.
I'll save it for next time.
Oh. Can we get a sneak peek though?
No. Off air.
Okay.
I had a brief on the drive here because it was a long drive here. I was gonna ask you guys if you ever get random nostalgia from anything,
all
the time.
like
the
just out of the
time.
blue.
Yeah.
All the
Where you're just
time.
like, whoa.
Yeah.
I had an example, but it left me all the time. Yes, 1,000%.
Because I was driving through and I was remembering just like the city. I had a memory from like driving around the city with in college, like when I was going through Atlanta on the way here, and I don't know. It's weird. I don't know how that
Sometimes
how the brain
scents
works like
will
that.
do that to me too. Like I'll smell
Smell
something. And I'm like,
something?
whoa, am I in kindergarten again? Yeah.
Or like you hear a song or you see.
Yeah.
You get it's
Songs especially.
Those
I'll
memories
get
locked
that.
back there.
Like I'll
Yeah.
listen to like DC Talk and then just be
Oh,
like,
man,
oh my
yeah.
gosh, look at this.
Music's the key, bro.
Music.
Into that next dimension. You know?
The next dimension. Gotta get swifty.
Oh boy.
Oh man.
The old
All right.
daddy vibes.
The old daddy vibes. This episode was sponsored by Apex Painting and produced by Fire Exit Studios. Fire Sexting Studios.
all consensual.
All consensual, all rights reserved.
I missed you guys.
Yeah, this was good.
I'm glad
Welcome back.
This was good.
You needed